Hey cat. Puss. Paw shake, like Max, huh? I want a paw shake. Good kitty, huh? Good cat. Looks like it wants to come in, eh? No, cat. Gonna have yours on. I'm gonna move on to getting this one here going now. This is another Mark III, a later model one. It was I reckon 1990, 89, 1990 era, judging by the styling of it. Has an extra short top half, so to speak, and you can see the load wheel, everything sticks out more on the bottom. Got a chip there, this one's been dropped, unfortunately. It's got the metal pointers on it, pressed onto the pins, and a plastic 1/10 dial pointer. Recertified in 1991, and M must have been the technician or the department there that did it. State Electricity Commission of Victoria. Yeah, I think when the SEC got broken up and sold off to overseas, I think it was 1998, I think, somewhere around that era, when the SEC was all broken up and pretty much all the state-owned electricity assets were all sold off to overseas companies like bloody Power Core and Gemini, SP Osnet, all foreign companies own it all now. All been sold off to the different companies. That's why you don't see SEC anymore, depending on the state you're in. Anyway, let's get this wire up and get it revving up its load wheel. It's the same as the other one, 15 to 100 amp, 266.6 kilowatt hour, 240 volt, one phase, 2 wire, 50 hertz. As you can see, this is an email Westinghouse, so we'll see definitely early 90s there. I'll do a couple more of this style with a heater. Accuracy tests by the end of the year. I've actually got confirmation. It's actually going to, power is actually going to go up by 37%, not 30. Fucking pigs. So I'll do a couple more like this, and then I'll have to really get off my ass and, so to speak, and make a bloody phantom load set up for this thing. So I need, okay, one of my other meters in my other collection's already been certified for accuracy as a base meter. One there, one there to be tested. Like Wayne Boombox Deluxe set up, so I have probably rewind that with a big cable again, because that cable will probably get too soft and squishy by the time I do the accuracy when the accuracy test is done. So anyway, they're both on the mark. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Now turn this one here on. Ooh, I've got to clean those contacts. That didn't sound good. I think a bit of dust and nastiness got in those contacts. Got to clean that. Alright, that's not an Veste project. Fix that power point up. Don't want that power point to be out. Good old double pole clips or power points, those. I think that's actually a HPM. Anyway, so far so good. Just keep it on the accuracy. It's got 0, 5,544 now. It was 543.9, but I've got it on the mark, so it's 544. Yep, so far so good. Let's keep it on the mark with a BAZ. 182-5. No spec there. Yep, so far so good. BAZ's about halfway. This is about the same. And no, this load wheel is not quite as shiny. Doesn't seem to be as polished as some of the older ones are. It's got a bit of a brushed aluminium texture to it on that one. Yeah, that's when they started to cut their costs. They didn't make them look as pretty. Yep, halfway. That one dead set halfway, that's good. It looks different on this one because the needles and the notches are different, but it's pretty much the same accuracy wise. Yep, so far so good. Yep, looking good. It's a bit cold this morning anyway, so the heater makes it nice and warm in here. Yep, so far so good. Heater heating up. Yep, pretty good. There you go, that drop didn't hinder its accuracy. It's looking good. Looking good. There we are, it's pretty much accurate. Let that get in the mark. 0 on the mark on the wheel, unplug the heater. That's pretty much accurate there, spot on. Yep, spot on, that's good. Unplug safety first. Yeah, not too bad. There you go, despite that chip from it being dropped, it hasn't suffered any damage internally, thankfully, so let's get this thing cleaned up and bring out the shine. Notice that's got a chip in there too. Yeah, chips and bake a lot off in there. Must have been a bit rough when I removed it with a screwdriver. Okay, my homemade terminal cover on it. Looks pretty good now, apart from the old paint drip. You can see in there the little main gear, drive gear in there. It's got little, looks a bit bigger on that one, on the worm drive there. It's got the 4 holes, and the earlier ones, like these ones, they're a bit smaller and didn't have the 4 holes. And that little bit sticking up there, where you see the shadow of a screwdriver there, that pin is the actual shaft off that drive gear going through the faceplate. On there, behind the faceplate, there's a gear that drives a 1/10 dial, which then drives onto that, and that dial. As you can see the bits of aluminium with slots cut in that slot under those pins. There's a dial pointers. I took care not to get that label off. That's a bit of a meter technician testing history there. A close look at that load wheel. It's not quite as polished as some of the older ones are. But this one, there's modern ones. There's always used all metal drive trains. Even the square ones from 2005 here were the very last of the mechanical email Westinghouse ones. Always use metal drive train, which is good. It's also got the other type of moulding type of the case here. Not quite as solid and chunky, but still pretty well made. It cleaned up quite well. Got to give it a good polish. The paint splotching is going to need some hairspray, but I'm not really too worried about that. Got some extra moulding there. Initially I thought that was a prizing mark for a screwdriver for some odd reason, but it isn't. It's just how it is. The seal's 408. Let's see what's on the other side of that. I've got the other one. 408's a code. There's no mark on the other side there. There you are. That one is all nice and restored and looking nice and clean. As you can see from the side, just how short the top half is compared to the bottom half. They're really shorten those standoffs that bolt these registers on. Makes the case look like it's longer. Anyway, that one is all nice and polished and finished off. Time to move on to the next one. It's going to be an interesting one. Thanks for watching.